Recording. Okay, go.
All right. So each move is going to be 20 seconds. Tabata style, so 8 rounds. We're going to stick with the same move. I'll let you know if we're focusing on one side per round. So for example, if we're doing a side plank, we'll stay on the same side for 1 round, and then we'll switch to the other side for the second interval in that set. I'm going to get our timer pulled up, ready to rock. All right, so our first move, I'm going to show it to you from the side. We've got a down dog with a toe tap. So you're going to start in plank position. Hands are squared off directly underneath the shoulders. Now, option is you can always drop down to those knees when you're in plank, but if you are able, I want you to pop the knees up. We're going to lift the hips and shift the torso towards the thighs. Gaze follows towards your toes. And I want you to separate the feet, reach through, try to touch your right toe with your left hand, and then come back into plank. Again, you can drop down to the knees if you need to in that plank position. Then we're going to go back and reach for the other side, walk it out. Nice tight core and plank in the bottom. Ready?
I'm ready.
Everybody get down.
Get down, get down.
We've got 3 seconds. Here we go. So lift the hips, reach through, and then place the palm back down as you come back into your plank. Now take these first few nice and slow, just warming up all of the joints in the shoulders, the hips. The heels should be lifted. Rest, drop down to the knees. If you want to challenge, you can just hold a solid high plank for the 10 seconds between. Here we go, second round. Reach through, place the palm down, come to that full plank position after each toe tap. So the hips are lifted in line with the knees, in line with the shoulders. Brace those abs. Rest, drop the knees. Woo. Ooh, that feels like a good stretch for that. Here we go, round 3. Reach through. So every time that you're shifting your weight back, you shift it forward over the wrists before you approach your next down dog. So your gaze should be out about a foot in front of those fingers. Chin is lifted. Rest. It's a nice warm up, stretchy core move. Here we go. Reach under. And it's a trickster move because your whole body is working here. Your triceps are helping you stay stable in line with your shoulders. Your core is braced so tight to control the lift of your hips. Back to plank, rest. Your glutes are squeezing super tight. Your quads are engaged. Your hamstrings are getting a nice workout and a stretch. All of the body parts, even those ankles and calves are engaged. As you reach through and try to touch that toe a little bit more, you might get a nice little calf stretch. Oh, brace that belly. Rest. Shake out the wrists if you need to. Replace them directly under the shoulders, shift the weight forward, and then lift the hips and reach back. Now, if the reach becomes too much, I want you to just focus on your plank and your down dog. Plank and down dog. Break the move down into the simple bits. Rest. Shake out the wrists. Reset. Here we go. Now, if your abs are squeezed really, really tight, it's going to control your balance. It's going to control the movement and your ability to shift from one position into the next. Rest. You're squeezing those glutes as you lower into your plank to keep your hips in a nice straight line. Last one, team. Here we go. Lift and reach. Can you pick up the pace just a little bit faster, still maintaining that form that we started with? Squeeze the butt. Stabilize the shoulder. Brace the abs. Rest. Awesome. You can sink back into child's pose. Stretch out those shoulders, roll out your wrists. Your next move, we get to lie down.
Boy.
I know, it's like a super treat. All right, I'm gonna show you the move from the angle glute bridge. Heels are nice and tucked, almost so you can touch your fingertips to your heels. Palms are down. We're gonna lift into a glute bridge. Toes are facing forward, and we're just gonna pulse. Little pulses up to the sky and squeezing that butt. You got 5 seconds. Come lie down on the ground. Here we go. Lift and squeeze. So your knees are in line with that middle toe. Toes are pointing away from you. Nice straight line. Check in with yourself and see if you can reach those fingertips to touch your heels. Rest, drop down, flatten the back. Now, option is you can just hold a glute bridge during our 10-second break. Here we go, pulse it. So small little squeezes up and barely letting those hips sink down. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Your quads should be working, your glutes are engaged, and your hamstrings are igniting to help with the squeeze. You can either hold it at the top or drop it down. 10 seconds. Here we go, pulse. So the benefit to holding at the top during our rest period is that your glutes have to stay engaged, which means it's more work. Active recovery. 2, 1. Hold or release, whatever's gonna work for you today. Do you want that challenge? Here comes the pulse. Reset, make sure that alignment is nice and solid. Your chin is tucked in towards your chest. You're up on your shoulder blades, and the rest of your back is lifted so that you have a nice, flat washboard diagonal line. Rest. You can sink down or hold that glute bridge at the top. Press through the heels. Here we go, pulse. Small little squeeze. Up, down, up, down. Press your palms into the floor. Press your triceps, the backs of the arms into the floor. Hold at the top or rest down. My glutes are on fire. Here we go, pulse. So check in with the rest of your body. Do you need to roll those shoulder blades underneath? Tucking them just a little bit. Are the abs braced to protect the back? Rest or hold. Ah, can you wiggle your toes? Here we go, pulse it out. Oh, it's gonna burn. Make sure that that weight is in your heels. 10 seconds. Keep breathing, keep pulsing. 2, 1. Oh. We've got one more round. 5 seconds. 2, lift and pulse. Here we go. Pulse it. Squeeze. We're on fire. Feel that contraction work. Sculpting, toning, small little microscopic movement. Rest. Ah, hug the knees into the chest. I know. Doesn't take a lot. You can extend the legs, stretch it out. Quick little stretch. Nice. All right. You guys can continue to stretch. Lucky you. I'm going to show you our next move. You're going to come into a plank again. Onto the palms. Palms underneath the shoulders. We've got a knee driver on the right-hand side. So my right knee comes into my elbow. Then I bring it across the body to my left elbow. And then I go back to my right elbow. So alternating straight line and across. Same leg. Here we go. Lift and cross. Drive that knee in line with the tricep. Now, option here, you can come down to the knees and just pull that knee in and pull it across. Just be careful how low you are to the ground on that drive across. Rest. Drop to the knees, sink back. We're gonna go to the other side this round. So left knee, left elbow. Drive it across. Now what happens here is we tend to shift our weight back. I want you to cognitively shift your body weight forward of your hands. Pulling those abs in. Rest. Sink back. If you keep your weight forward, it takes the pressure off of your shoulders. Right leg. Here we go. Right elbow, left elbow. Slow and controlled. Pulling that lower belly in. Remember your option to drop to the knee if you need to. 4 seconds. Drop down. Roll out the wrists. You know, it's getting warmer than I thought it was gonna be. Reset, lift up, left leg. Shift that weight forward. You wanna make sure that your chest is in line almost with your fingertips. That way your shoulders are directly over the wrists. 4, 3, 2, rest. Woo, halfway there. Do you need some water?
Yeah, I might get some, yeah.
Right leg. Elbow, elbow. So we're bracing that belly. We're barely grazing the back of the tricep with our knee. Pulling that thigh towards our chest. See if you can make that connection. 3, 2, 1. Sink back. Awesome. Roll out those wrists. Other side. Reset. Now, if at any point your wrists start to act up, you can make a fist and go on your knuckles. So just make a nice tight fist. Place the flat part of your knuckle on the floor. Rest. Last set on each side, team. 20 seconds on the right. Here we go. Drive it in. Drive it across. Now, can you pick up the pace slightly from where we started? We still want to maintain that strong foundation, that strong form. The weight isn't shifting, just our knee. Drop down. Stretch out. Last side on the left. Here we go. Knuckles or palms, you choose. Knee in, knee across. Awesome. You've got less than 10 seconds. Find that balance. Find that stability. Rest. Woo! Roll out those wrists. All right. We're nearing the finish. All right. Your next move, we've got a side plank. I'm going to show you profile view. Do you mind if I use the mat, please?
Go for it.
You're gonna come on your forearm. Option, bottom leg is down, top leg extends up. Other option, we pop both legs up, top leg comes up for a leg lift. We stay on one side for 20 seconds, and then we switch. Ready?
Ready.
Come down to that forearm, pick if you're gonna stay on that leg or you're gonna extend it. Lift up, slow and controlled. So let's talk about form. Forearm and elbow directly under the shoulder. Our hips are facing the side of the wall, and once you have that strong foundation, you lift. Squeezing the glutes, flexing your foot, drop down. Nice. Switch it over to the other side. Set it up. Elbow underneath the shoulder, make a fist, and lift. That gaze can be out in front of you, can be up at the ceiling, can be down at your fist, whatever feels good for your neck. 3, 2, 1, rest. I know it's gonna kill you after those glute bridges.
Fatigue.
If you start to fatigue, I want you to dig in. So make sure that that weight is shifted and spread out over that shoulder before you start that leg lift. Once you have the foundation, then you can lift that leg. This bottom hip is pulled off the ground, whether your leg is on the floor or not. Lift it up, rest, drop down. Other side. Forearm down. Now, oops, I don't know what I was doing with my knee there. You can have your hand placed on your hip like Dave, or you can extend that arm tall like I've got. Flex the foot, drive energy through your glutes, through your legs, press into the floor for stability, rest. Back to your starting side, we're halfway. Here we go, lift. Squeezing that butt, squeezing your obliques. So these side muscles that are keeping you lifted in that side plank are working so hard right now to stabilize. Rest. Forearm down, elbow under the shoulder. Other side. Nice job, guys. Control it. Breathe. Press that forearm into the ground. Squeeze your butt. Keep those hips rotated. Rest. Last side, or last set on each side, I should say. That's what meant to come out of my mouth. Words are hard when I'm exhausted. Here we go, lift. You can't really see my feet, but I promise you, they are connected to those ankle stubs that you see on the screen. 10 seconds to go. Make sure that that weight is distributed right over the shoulder, butt is squeezed, and then your side foot is pressing in, rest. Last side, last 20 seconds for this move. Here we go. Go. Can you challenge it? If you've been on your bottom leg the whole time, can you lift it off the ground and get that whole thigh off the floor? Can you lift that top leg just a little bit higher? Rest. Nice. Sink back into child's pose. Give yourself a little torso twist. Shake it all out. We've got 2 moves for our last round. Your first move is going to be an up and over. So you're going to come for a seat. Knees are bent. And you are going to start with your legs over to the side. Now, option is to have your palms down, lift up and over, like you're lifting your feet over a step. Other option is to keep your hands off the ground. Swivel side to side. Second move, we've got bear. You come into a tabletop, we lift the knees, and then you've got a top tap for each shoulder. Up and overs to start. Here we go. So lift, and the hands rotate opposite of the feet. I'll scooch down just a smidge. Knees stay bent. If you can extend those legs in the center, I want you to reach those toes to the sky. Rest. Flip over. Hands underneath the shoulders. Set up a nice flat back. Pop the toes, lift the knees. Tap, tap. Solid back. The rest of the body does not move. We dig into our toes. We dig into our quads to make sure that we are not moving anything else but our hands. 3, 2, rest. Flip back over. Up and overs. Remember your options. Palms can be down to start. Lean back, bend the elbows. Lift and lower. So try to extend those legs in the center. Tap them down to the floor as you twist. Keeping that bottom core pulled in as tight as possible. Squeezing the quads to extend those legs. Rest. Flip it over. Set it up for your bear. 3, 2, 1, tip tap. So your knees should just be about hip width. That's gonna help you give nice strong stability. Flex that foot, dig out through those heels, and shift your body weight forward. We're not leaning back, we're leaning forward. Rest. Flip it over. Set it up, palms down or up. 3, 2, go. Twist, extend. Lean back. Remember, use those hands for balance if you need to. Pull those lower abs in nice and tight. Rest, roll over. We got this, team. You're more than halfway there. Bear taps. Press through those heels. Squeeze your butt. Flatten that back. Drive those hands through the floor. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Oh, last set of up and overs. This is it, guys. 40 seconds of work and we're done. Set it up. Hands down or hands up. Up and over. Can you extend those legs higher? Otherwise, just keep them bent. If the extension is just too much, but this is our last 10 seconds. I want you to push it. Keep that ab pulled in. Rest. Roll it over. Last set of bears. Set it up. Hands underneath the shoulders. Remember, your fist option is always here for you. Lift, tap, tap. Those knees should only be about an inch over the ground. The weight is shifted forward, remember? That's gonna help you. 4, 3, 2, rest. Nice. Sink back. Child's pose. Knees go nice and wide. Reach those arms forward. Amazing job, team. Come up. Come for a seat on your knees. It's not really a seat. You're just sitting on your knees. We're gonna do a camel pose. So your toes are tucked under. If you would like to poke them down, I don't know what the, flex them. Words are really tough right now. You can flex them or you can keep your shoelaces flat on the floor. Now option, you can reach back and grab both your heels, or you can just do a slight lean back. That's gonna feel really nice on your quads, or it should. You should feel a little bit of your quads.
I do.
Do you feel something? Squeeze your butt as well as you push your hips forward. You can dip your neck back if that feels okay. Open the chest to the sky. Slowly roll up. Oh,
Oh
I know.
man. Ooh.
Come for a seat. Let's cross our right ankle over the left knee. Leg can stay extended a bit, or you can tuck it in and press that right knee out and away from you. Using your hands to support you and keep you lifted. Awesome, release that. Switch sides, left ankle over the right knee. Press that left knee away. Lifting the chest. Nice. Release that. Come for a lie down. Pull the knees into the chest. Just give yourself a little back massage, rocking side to side. Awesome, guys. Bring both arms out to the side. Extend your legs up nice and tall. Now, you can just slowly extend both legs out to the side. If you don't have space, bend to the knees. Nice little torso twist here. Gaze towards your right fingers. Knees are to the left, and you can extend that top leg if you want to.
Oh, I went the right way.
Good job, David.
I think.
Maybe.
No, I think I did.
Right hand, left knee.
Yeah.
Nice big breath, guys. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Bend both knees, bring it back to center. Big inhale, exhale your knees to the right. Bring your gaze to the left and extend that top leg if you want to and have the space. Otherwise, you can just use your right hands to add a little bit of pressure on top of the left leg. Keep both shoulder blades down. Nice torso twist. Detox everything that's in your core. Big breath back to the center. Bring your hands behind your knees to rock up to a sit, a seat, a sit, a seat. Whoa. You can just crisscross the legs if you want to layer one over the other. You can. Oh, that feels nice. Or you can just sit crisscrossed.
Sorry, I just went in a wee daydream there.
Like,
Totally.
are you participating in this part? No?
I totally zoned out. What are we doing?
So you can do either half lotus. So my right ankle is over my left knee and my left ankle is under my right knee, or just crisscross. Just crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yep. Now, in your crisscross or your lotus, just lean forward. Bring your hands out. You can place your palms down on the floor. Amazing. Sit your hips back. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good on that hip. Are you okay here? Is this good for you?
Yeah,
or
this
would
is
you
nice.
prefer butterfly?
No, my hips are. I can feel them. The glute bridges they really got going.
They were good.
I feel that now.
They were good. Awesome, guys. Lean back, switch sides. So if you have your legs crossed over, cross them the opposite way. So I'm going to put my left ankle on top of my right knee and my right ankle under my left knee. Now it might not come down all the way, and that's okay. That's just my flexibility where I need to work on things. And by leaning forward, I just only go as far as my body lets me, and it's like, all right, that's a good spot. Let's hang out there for a bit. And as I hold it, it releases a little bit more, and then I can get a little bit deeper. So I just kind of inch my way down. And Dave does the same. He just does it with his legs crossed. My shoulders are, what's that?
And a wee bit slower.
Yeah, you go at your own pace. You just sink into it. This is your time to just stretch it all out. Take a big breath. Exhale. I need to do this more. I can tell my hips are super tight. Bring your hands back in, uncross your legs, or you can keep them crossed if that feels good. Take a big inhale up to the sky. Exhale down. One more. Inhale all the good stuff. Exhale all the bad stuff. Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Just gonna pause the recording and